Moneyline grind, March 8th. Happy Friday. Last night, another profitable night, 2-1. Like I always say, this is the grind for a reason. You just go 2-1 over time. It just stacks up. Our winners, we had Rozier over 21.5 points plus assists in Dallas, and he went nuclear. Our first ever Rozier pick cashes for us with a massive 38 points plus assists. He gets us some free money. We lost on Durant over 12 and a half rebounds plus assists. I think he had three of which came in the first quarter, and then just kind of stunk it up from that end. But he did have 35 points, and they did get the win. So I guess he did what he was supposed to do. And then we had Joker over 47 and a half points plus rebounds plus assists. He had 45 going into the fourth. You already know he cashed for us. So 2-1, we get the profit. But now let's get down to business. Our three locks for tonight. I'm taking the Heat total under 107.5. That's plus 100. So even money on DraftKings there. And I'm calling this a 1.5 unit bet. So a rare multiplier here. Sometimes you get a 2-unit bet, but most of them have been 1-unit bets all season. And I know I said I was going to stay away from the Heat, but I just can't help myself. So please hear me out. On the season, they average 111 points per game and 108 on the road. OKC, I believe, is pretty good at home on defense. And their opponents shoot about 44% from the field, which is the fifth lowest in the league. Thunder also averaged the most blocks when at home and forced the second most turnovers. Heat are still good on the road, I'll give them that, but they'll be traveling on a back-to-back, going in on a Friday night against a young, fresh, hungry Thunder team with a great crowd behind them. The Heat are tough, but scoring isn't the source of their toughness. I'm putting 1.5 on that bet. Heat minus 107.5. Second pick, more of a bankroll builder since it's minus 140. I'm taking this on FanDuel. LeBron James to score at least 25 points. And I'm not scared of the minus 140 because, like I said, this is the grind. I'm just trying to snatch the money up. Just give me money every day. I want to turn a profit on this every single day. But I really do believe LeBron is looking to average 25 points per game. At this age, he knows this will be a pretty huge milestone and hard to break in the future, to be honest with you, especially without some type of freak advancement in science and medicine. Bron is averaging 27 points per game in his last 10, at least 25 points in 7 of those 10. And he's actually close to 28 points per game in his 61 career games against the Bucks. I know, different roster, different coaching, different situation. Younger Bron in most of those games. His last 3 games, though, versus the Bucks, he's a little under 30 points per game. Mind you, of course, they only play the Bucks twice a year, so this is over the course of 2-3 years. And of course, that's a different Bron. But I do think Friday night game at home. I believe this is televised. LeBron's going to put on a little bit of a show. He can get a 25. He's been a little meticulous with scoring. If you watch him, he looks to almost be sizing up to get around that 25 points per game. And then our third pick and our last pick, we're going with Brandon Ingram, BI, over 20.5 points in Philly, minus 110 on MGM. BI averages 24.4 points a game in his last 5. But if you take away his last game where he had 12 points, he was averaging 27.5 over those 4 games, hitting over 20 points in all 4, shooting 48.7% from the field in his last 5. I think BI is in the groove. I watched a couple of those games, and he just seems to be really hitting his shot and kind of scoring whenever he wants to. Last 5 road games, he's shooting 54% from the field. So I think all we need here is volume. The magic number, I would say, is about 16. 16 field goal attempts is what we need. In the last 12 games with 16 field goal attempts, he scored 22 points or more in 10 of those. So 10-2 over his last 12 with 16 field goal attempts. So far in the 2 games in March, he's averaging 14 field goal attempts a game compared to his 17 in February. I think that's pretty noticeable when you're on the court and you're looking at your own stats and you're going over game tape. So I think he comes out and it's a little forceful, a little aggressive against a depleted Philadelphia 76ers team who will have a tough time choosing their matchups. And those are my 3 picks. As always, I believe it's a sweep. I give you guys nothing but the best. We try to turn a profit, and we normally do. I did parlay them, so put all those 3 picks on a ticket on, I believe, DraftKings, plus 554. Place 0.4 of a unit, so 40% of a unit for me is $10. I bet $25 a bet. I'm going to up that soon because we've been winning a lot, and the season's coming to an end. But $10 to win 65. Best of luck. Stay profitable.